Alrighty, welcome back to Trailmakers, and today, as of today, August 22nd, 2 years ago, I got back into, doing YouTube and actually posting content, which if you don't know, I actually had a channel way before this one, yeah, that one's garbage, so don't look at it, I beg you, but yeah, so 2 years of this, and yeah, I just wanted to do this video as a sort of like highlight of stuff that felt like a bit of a, or something that was more prominent than other things on the channel. So what better to start off with than the vehicle that started it off, the Thai LN Fighter. Now this thing is still a very amazing build in my opinion. I wouldn't change anything about it other than the fact that I don't have decals on the inside of the wing panels, but yeah, I can always fix that later. And man, this thing really is just it's truly just still an amazing build in my eyes. I wish I had more decals, because then I'd be able to do the cockpit window better. But of course, as you know, it's got that interior, the non-overheating cannons that it has. On my headset, because I got back into War Thunder again recently. I'm trying to get the what is it called? The Hooray production before it gets removed from the Japanese tech tree. So I've been really grinding through the Japanese tech tree in order to get that, and I need to research, I think, like 5 more vehicles before I'm able to actually get it, which may sound like a lot, but it's actually not. But anyway, back to the what we're here for. So yeah, the TIE Fighter originally, of course, as you know, when I got into posting Trailmakers content, the first thing I did was a TIE Fighter showcase, and honestly, the TIE Fighters I've built are honestly probably some of my favorite creations. Though I will say that I've had a lot of good creations, the TIE Fighters still take their place as some of my favorite. Now, if we reset the gravity back to normal, thank you, we'll take a look at one of probably the biggest Trailmakers creations that I had views-wise on the channel, and this is the Iron Nest walking artillery piece. Now, if you don't know, I built this thing solely because I really loved the idea behind the game Iron Nest, which if you don't know anything about the game Iron Nest, I highly suggest you go check that out, because, you know, who wouldn't love a game that is just like plotting out artillery points with a pretty much Bismarck gun, except it has 800mm guns on it, and it evaporates anything it fires at. But anyway, but yeah, this one really really had like a lot of detail put into it. In fact, this is one of my first like build like series, or like a short series, I should say. So yeah, it's got that long range capability, it's got a camera on it for ultimate zoom, I guess. There we go, we finally hit it after too many attempts. But yeah, and you're like, yeah, but if it's a walker, then why is it walking? Just, the walk cycle is a bit interesting. I definitely could make it a bit better and less jolty, but I haven't touched this thing in like a hot minute, so maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't, but honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of fine how it is. So yeah, this is one of, not to mention, this was very complex to work on, because this is all one build, and this was before I decided I wanted to do at least some builds in multi-parts, like the P1000, which I will be getting back to working on that project soon, but I've run into a complication where I've decided well, I want the hull to be a bit shorter because it feels a bit too long, and yeah, there's no real way I've found to do precisely that. So yeah, that's going to be on hold just for a short while. You'll definitely see that later. But yeah, the iron nest, really, really nice. And if you wanna, you know, check out Iron Nest, even though I'm playing Trailmakers, go check out Iron Nest. And if you're on PlayStation, you can also get this Iron Nest build for yourself on the PlayStation Gallery. I'm sorry for you non-PlayStation users. Until the day that, you know, we have all the galleries linked up. And now moving on to what is this? Okay, let's go up here. It's probably best for that anyway. Okay, so this is a special one because this is one of the first commissioned builds that I made. So this is the H60 Tram, and honestly, as far as jets go, this is the most, like, this is probably the largest functioning jet that I've ever made. So yeah, this one really turned out nice. I definitely see places where I could have maybe done a bit better on the shaping, but yeah, like at the back there, now that we have those corner or wedge corner pieces, or inside corner pieces, whatever they are, yeah, so this isn't the only commission I did. I also did a, I forget what it's called. I think it's like the XF5 Skyrocket or something like that. That one was a pain to work on, but it was fun in the end. So, I mean, that's all that really matters. But this thing, really amazing. And honestly, when I was researching it to see what type of armament it would carry, to see what I could like possibly put on it, I was kind of surprised to see that it actually doesn't have any main caliber gun or any guns. I'm not entirely sure if it had gun pods that it could alternatively have, but as far as I'm concerned, it only said it carried like missiles and bombs and stuff like that. So yeah, this one was really nice to work on, and I'd say is definitely one of the cooler jets I've built. Only if I, you know, had all my jets from my Xbox, but, you know, it's fine. But yeah, that's it for that, and for the final one is going to be the showcase of probably one of the most anticipated for me to show off, well, for me to myself to show it off, but we have the, sorry, B24 Liberator. Now this thing is an absolute machine, and it gets 8 bomb bays. So yeah, it's definitely not lacking in armament in any way. It has 3 traversable turrets. It has 1 underside gun, as you can see there. This one's paint scheme I'm not the biggest fan of, I will admit, even though I've been like, oh yeah, the B24 is my favorite. I couldn't really find a decent camouflage I wanted to go with, so I kind of just went with this one. And you know what, as basic as it is, I think it looks very nice. Now I was going to explain the reason behind why the B24 is important to me, but I kind of want to save that until, you know, a more greater milestone. But you know, that it is what it is. But yeah, B24 definitely one of the actually largest builds that I've ever made. I don't think I've built a larger plane than this. Maybe the Horton 18 that I built on Xbox, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I don't think I've built a larger build than this. And as far as planes go, this is honestly the most, I feel like it's the most accurate that I've made. It's one of the most, like, accurately scaled. I feel, well, not scaled, I should say. I think the proportions of it and, like, distancing and such is pretty accurate. Now, of course, there are a lot more builds that I've made along the way that I've, you know, showed off in various showcases, such as the X-Wing, the J7W Shinden, I just drew a blank, forgive me. Of course, the Y-Wing. The Y-Wing was a pretty cool build, if I do say so. That one's still one of my top favorites by far. Then, of course, the B-Wing. The B-Wing was definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, that is, as far, let's see, what else did I do? Oh, right, then, of course, the probably annoying recurring tank recently, the Stridsbang 103C, which I'm sure you guys are so happy to see all the time. I'm sure. But yeah, no, that's still probably one of the best tanks I've made. Yeah, let's right now. Oh, right, then I've made like quite a lot of Warhammer stuff, such as the repulsor tank, the dreadnought, the, what was it called? The Nomad bike, I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember what it was called. What was it called? Jeez, when did I upload that? I'm sorry if I'm a bit all over the place. But yeah, then the more recent stuff like the P1000, then you have the car that I made recently. Then of course there's also the TIE Advanced tutorial, which I hope you guys enjoyed that, which, you know, I'll do more tutorials for things later, but I definitely won't be doing tutorials for things like this, for example, because doing a tutorial on how to build a B24, as cool as this build is in my opinion, it would just take simply way too long, and I don't feel like forcing you guys to listen to my voice for any longer than you have to. So yeah, that just about does it for this year's channel anniversary. So yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying the builds I've been making recently, and sorry for the lack of uploads. Again, it's a kind of a mix of like a lack of inspiration at the moment, and also me wanting to grind out vehicles in War Thunder. So yeah, I'll get back to I actually have a few videos lined up for builds that I've already made. So yeah, stay tuned for those, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.